T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life.
And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I know that hell will not have him.
You are all my children now.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney. Are you God damn you.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
Ooh, baby, 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 ooh, baby.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today it's Sunday. It's Sunday Horror Hangout. And with me on Sundays is always Mad Matt from Mad Matt's Mask. What is up, my man? How you doing on this fine Sunday?
I'm doing fantastic, Michael. I'm doing fantastic. Welcome, everyone, to Movies and Beyond. Michael, I was just telling you backstage how I absolutely love to end the week this way, talking to you fine people. And I want to say real quick, it's always a good time. It's always a good time. But the last couple weekends, man, have been really something special because, Michael, we've talked a lot. We both love slashers. We both love the Jasons, the Michaels, and we've talked a whole lot about them, man.
Oh, yeah.
But we've been hitting some things. We've been hitting some things, or some genres rather, that we don't really get a lot of chance to talk to. Like I love the vampire segment, man.
Hell yeah, man.
I didn't really know a whole lot about where you stood with that. And we got to touch on that. And then we come back with creature features, another thing that you and I have, we've said some things here and there about
Yeah.
certain movies that are creature features, but we've never really dove into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So dude, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun lately. Great to see you all. Happy as hell to be here. Creature and feature. Let's do it, dude.
Dude, it's always nice to do something different, and we've been doing a lot of different stuff lately. And I definitely want to get into that for the simple fact that, you like you said, we talk a lot about, the slashers, which I love and is my favorite, out of the horror genre. But at the same time, it's always nice to touch on everything because not everyone in the chat, slashers aren't always their favorite stuff. And I want to make sure that everybody gets a piece of, what they like to talk about the most. And even if you're not like a huge vampire fan or a creature feature fan or, whatever, we make the show fun enough, for everybody to be engaged and everybody get their voices heard and all that stuff, man. And I think that the bracket tournaments do that, man. It's very inclusive. It lets everybody give their opinions, whether they like something or whether they don't, you get to find out in the chat because, if you haven't been here for these before or you're watching on replay for the first time, when we do these brackets, Matt and I don't decide who wins. The live chat decide who wins. It's all about everyone being here that gets their voice heard so that they can pick their movies. Like we each get one pick, but there's 14 other picks to go out there, that's filled up by the live chat. And it's just like, that's awesome, man. That's awesome for everybody to get heard. So super cool, man. And let's see who we have in the chat for tonight. And right now I have the bracket at 16. I think we ended up going to 20 last week for the vampires, and it did run us a little late. So at the most, if we're getting a lot of people that are throwing movies out there, I may bump it to 18, but I think that if we go any further than that, we tend to have the show running, way longer than we usually do for these. So let's see who we have in the chat, though.
If I may, real quick, Michael, I'd like to add one thing to what you said.
Yeah.
You touched on, how you and I talk about slashers a lot and saying that it might not be, everyone's, main jam when it comes to horror.
Right.
What's so cool about you saying that is because if we touch on something, say it's body horror or, whatever it is, but it's that underground stuff that I'm not so familiar with.
Right.
It might not be my jam, but if we're talking about that, like I really enjoy it. Like I hear from those, let's face it, we hear from really true horror fans, and I get to see like, what movie really, drove them, to go that route or whatever. So I'll say, even if it's not like my jam and we're discussing it and it's with true horror fans, I'm very intrigued, dude. So yeah, I get it. I get it, man.
Yeah. And two, we don't portray ourselves as know-it-alls for everything. You know what I mean? There are big gaps in stuff that I don't know, about horror. I do know I love the genre, and doing the things that are not in my comfort zone, you're learning stuff too. So,
it's fun.
Things that you're interested in, and you may not know like all the details about it, but it's cool to hear the perspectives of the people in the chat. Like, we do have quite a few people in the chat that are like, did you know that, insert fact here? And it's just like, damn, I didn't even know that. That's awesome. Neither of us ride a high horse. And I think that's one of the great things about the show. I'm not going to sit here like, what I think, that's how it is. No, come on, dude. Like, that's not what this channel was built on. This channel was built out for like-minded people to hang out and have a good time. You know what I mean?
And I'm telling you, on this channel, there are some absolute animals out there with
juggernauts, man. Yeah,
juggernauts that know all aspects of horror that I'm jealous as hell of, but it's so great to hear from them, man. I'm just being real. So cool to hear from them. Yeah. So
speaking of them,
right on.
man, let's see who them are tonight. Let's see who we have in the chat. I see Jerry Wilson's in here and he's saying, "Hey, Michael and Matt, let's get it. Thug life." What's up, Jerry? What's up, my man? I hope you're doing well. He's also telling us to smash that like button. So if you have not hit that like button yet, please hit that like button. It helps out the channel more than you guys know. And he's also said, consider joining Movies and Beyond on Patreon. He provides a link. If you would like to support Movies and Beyond outside of YouTube, you can do so over at Patreon right there. Jerry has provided a link. Thanks for doing that, my friend.
What's up,
Thank you so
Jerry?
much. Paula's in the chat as well, saying hi to everyone. What is up, Paula? I hope you are having a great Sunday. Always good to see you here. And Jerry has also thrown out Mad Matt's Facebook page for all your horror needs, and he has provided the link below. So if you are looking for that horror item, Matt can probably get it for you, and you can go over to his Facebook right there and connect with him and find out if he can't get it for you, because he does do shipping.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated, Jerry. Thank you, buddy.
Russell Dorsey's in the chat as well, saying, "What's up, everyone? I smashed that like button. I hope everyone is having a wonderful night. Happy Sunday, everyone. Let's smash that like button. If you haven't already, it helps the channel. Let's have some fun." That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Russell? Happy Sunday, my man. Always good to see you here, brother.
What's up, Russell?
And Val from Val's Views is in the chat. The General is in the chat, and you know the General always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond. What's up, Val? I hope you are having a great Sunday, and she is saying happy Sunday, y'all. Right.
Oh, Val.
I love that the people on this channel chat so much that I have to go through these. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Lydia's in the chat as well, saying "Heidi ho, officers." What's up, Lydia? Hope you're having a great day.
What is up, Lydia? Good to see you on here always.
And Sarah Campbell is not only in the chat, but she has hit her 5-month membership at Movies and Beyond. And she is saying, "Hey, friends, happy Sunday." What's up, Sarah? Congratulations on being a member for 5 months. I want to say thank you for putting your investment in Movies and Beyond. And I will be trying to do more and more on this channel. And I appreciate all your support. Thank you so much. And congratulations on 5 months.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Right. God, it's been 5 months since I've been doing channel members already. Dude, time flies when you're having fun. Let me tell you. And Val from Val's Views has also hit her 5-month membership, and she's saying, "Wow, 5 months already. So happy to be a part of this amazing Movies and Beyond family." This Movies and Beyond family is very happy to have you here as well, Val. Thank you so much for investing in the channel and all you do for the channel. Thank you so much, my friend. And congratulations on 5 months.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Dude, Val has done so much, and yeah, it's awesome. It's freaking awesome, dude.
Oh yeah. Let me see. I know I missed. Here we go. And James has entered the chat. The Shape is in the chat saying, "Hi there, my fellow horror lovers. Hope y'all had a great day." I hope you had a great day too, James. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Happy Sunday. Always good to see you here.
Great to see you, James. The Shape. I love
Shape.
it. What's up, James?
The Shape is in the chat. Kim is in the chat as well, saying, "Hi, everyone. What's up, Kim? I hope you're having a great Sunday as well."
Great to see you, Kim. And I cannot wait to talk to you a little bit more about Long Legs after you get a chance to process it.
And not on
more.
here.
Like
I have
myself.
not seen it.
No, I already got you covered. Michael. Yeah, we will give no spoilers.
No spoilers.
I got the chance to watch that with Kim. I liked it. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope everybody goes to see it. But like I was just saying, it's one I have to think about a little bit as well. But yeah, I'm really good with no spoilers, man. But yeah, definitely enjoyed it.
Hell yeah, man.
So yeah.
Hell yeah. Melissa the Wild Card is in the chat saying, "Hey to everyone." What's up, Melissa? I hope you're having a great Sunday. Always good to see you here. Let's see. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Dominic St. Clair is in the chat as well saying, "Hey to everyone." What's up, Dominic? Always good to see you here. I hope you're having a great Sunday, my friend. Let's see. I'm seeing a bunch of thug lives. That's what I'm talking about. Michelle is in the chat as well saying, "Happy Sunday, friends." Happy Sunday, Michelle. Always good to see you here.
Welcome, Michelle.
Did I miss anybody? Links. think that I may have gotten. Every time I think that I'm at the end, it just goes back down. And it's like, nope, you've got a lot more to go. Damian Black is in the channel saying, hi, Michael and Matt. New to the channel, but liking the content so far. That's awesome, my
Hell
man.
yeah.
That is
That is
awesome.
awesome.
Welcome to Movies and Beyond. Welcome,
Yeah,
welcome,
what's
my
up,
friend.
Damien? What's up, buddy?
It's freaking awesome. I always love seeing new faces in here. It's so cool. Jamie Hart is in the chat as well, saying hello to everyone. What's up, Jamie? Happy Sunday. I hope you're having a great day. Oh, let's see. I think I got everybody. Oh, nope, I sure didn't. DJ Plays Favorites is in the chat as well, saying hello to everyone. What is up, DJ? Happy Sunday, my man. Always good to see you here. Jeff D'Angelo is in the chat as well, saying, hey, everybody, Kaylee and I are here. What's up, guys? I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. Always good to see you here on Sunday nights.
Yeah, what's up, Jeff? I hope you had a good time fishing. Hopefully, Kaylee got a pole in the water finally. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys.
Let's see. Mad Mom, aka Teresa Stevens, is in the chat saying, hi, horror gang. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you for checking on Mad Dad, James. He really appreciated it. Always good to see you here, Teresa. Happy Sunday. I hope you're having a great day as well.
Hello, mother. Hello. Welcome. Welcome.
Jamie Hart has hit 4 months at Movies and Beyond. Congratulations, Jamie. Thank you so much for being a member here. And she says, let's get spooky, y'all. That's what I'm
like
talking
that.
about.
I like that.
Like,
you don't have to tell me twice to get spooky, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you say, let's get spooky. Okay, what are we talking about? Let's dive in. Okay. Yeah. Dude, yeah.
Sarah Campbell has gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Thank you so much for that, Sarah. It means the world to me. I appreciate you investing in Movies and Beyond, investing in this channel. It is so appreciated. Thank you a million times for that. Thank you. Thank you. And Jerry Wilson has gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Jerry, same for you, buddy. Thank you so much, dude. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it more than you guys know for the gifted memberships. Thank you again a million times, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Am I caught up? Nope. It goes back down. There's more. Let's see. Nightmare 365 is in the chat as well, saying, what's going on, everyone? What's going on, Nightmare? Happy Sunday. I hope you're having a great day. I think Nightmare was here with us last Sunday. It's good to see you again, my friend. I hope you're doing well. All right. We are caught up. We have gotten to everyone. If by some chance I missed you in the chat, it was not intentional. Just throw another comment up there, and I will make sure that I get you up on the screen to say what's up to you and say Happy Horror Sunday, or what is it? Sunday's Horror Hangout. Happy Sunday. Happy hanging out with us tonight. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to say.
Happy Sunday horror hangout. Yeah, that's a mouthful.
There it is. Oh, you did it better than me. I'm just saying, hey, you know what? We appreciate you. That's where I'm trying to go with that. We appreciate you.
What's happening?
What's happening? Yeah. That's some Ohio talk, right? What's happening? What's happening? All right, man. So we're doing creature features tonight, and hopefully I don't have any issues with the bracket again tonight. So I think that we're good to go. You know, I had a few issues getting started last week, but I feel like I have it under control. It had been a minute since we did the bracket tournament, so I was a little rusty on my end, but you know, we kind of got it together. Dude, that eyeliner is just fucking sexy, man. Like, look at that, dude. Good God, man.
I thank you, Michael. Thank you.
Good God.
I look like Spin Ghoulies, you know, cousin with, you know, issues.
With issues.
So yeah, we'll just sort of say issues, you know.
What's some issues? You know,
dude, creature features, man. Since you said that, my mind has been spinning. And it's the same thing you did when you brought up the vampire list, man. Because these are not. I'm with you, Michael. Now I love creature features. I love vampires, but most of my time is spent. I got to be honest with whether what I'm thinking or talking about, even with customers, at the shop, it is usually with slashers. It has to do with the slasher genre.
Right.
And it can get redundant as much as I love it. So it's so cool, dude. It's so cool to break into something a little bit different. I can't wait for you to ask me what mine is.
Well, we're getting there because I'm about to bring this up on the screen right now so we can get this bracket tournament. I will explain the rules here in a second after we get yours up there. That's not the right one. There it is. So we'll bring this up here. I will increase the size of this a little bit so we can kind of see. It doesn't really increase the size over here where I write them in. Unfortunately, it's just kind of the way it's designed. But I did go ahead and take the first spot, and I'm going with Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I don't get to talk about Godzilla very much, but today I do. If he makes it out of the first round, who knows? It's not my, decision on who wins. But Matt, the number 2 spot is for you. So when you put your number 2 in, I'm going to go over the rules with the people in the chat, and then we will get this thing started. What do you have?
All right. So my number 2, I feel like is maybe not on the same level, but I feel like it's a little bit of my kind of like what do you call it? Guilty pleasure.
Okay.
It's a little bit of my guilty pleasure, and I'm going old school 90s J-Lo Anaconda, man. I'm gonna go with Anaconda. That's a movie, dude, that for me, it's one that you can say, hey, you want to get a pizza and watch Anaconda? Dude, I'm down.
Hell yeah,
down.
Man. I'm not even gonna lie, it's been a minute. That was Jennifer Lopez. That wasn't Ice Cube in that.
Owen Wilson, Ice Cube.
Okay, it's been a minute. It has definitely been a minute for sure.
What's her name's dad? Who Angelina Jolie's father.
Oh,
I always
the coach from the coach from Varsity
he's a hell of an actor.
Yeah.
So it's like shame on me for getting his name. But yeah, and he's phenomenal in that.
He's been in a lot of stuff too. John Voight. Thank you, Sarah.
There you go. Yes. The cast is sick, man. Cast is sick.
It is sick. All right, so for everyone in the chat, you will get to throw out one movie, and I will keep track of the movie that you throw out. Make sure that at first you're only throwing out one movie, because if I want to try to make sure that everybody gets a movie up there, or at least, as many people as we can. So remember, it's a creature feature movie. So no Michael Myers tonight, no Jason tonight, no Blade tonight. So it's no Lost Boys tonight. It's all creature features. So
no wrong turn.
Well, there's always room for wrong turn. It might not make the list. You know what I mean? It might not make the list, but it may get thrown out there. All right, but these are movies. So let's make sure we're not throwing out characters. We're just throwing out the movie. So we'll get this started. I see that the first one we have, Melissa comes through with the Descent. Look, that's a banger.
That is a banger for me. It's a banger amongst bangers. Like, hell yeah.
All right,
it's one I haven't thought about. That's awesome.
We got King Kong. We've got Pumpkinhead.
Yeah. Who said Pumpkinhead? I gotta give some props.
Jeff said Pumpkinhead. You can bring up your chat on your screen there and see that as well.
Yeah, Jeff, dude, you're my boy.
We got Lake Placid. That's a good one too. Frankenstein. Which Frankenstein are you talking about, Jerry? Make sure that you let me know there as well. The Relic.
Good one. Please don't leave out Creature from the Black Lagoon, you guys.
Cloverfield. Hold on. Let me get all these. Alien.
Are they coming in like crazy, Michael?
Yeah, dude. Tremors. I'm trying to get everyone here. Let's see.
The Relic is so cool because
Critters.
I got to give that a view not too long ago. And refresh my memory on that. And it's a killer film.
Lydia said, I had the Descent locked and loaded for 3 hours, and now somebody got it before me. Oh my God.
Gotta be sharp on here, Lydia. You gotta be quick.
Val is throwing out Jeepers Creepers.
That's awesome, Val. That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Let's see. So we already got Alien up there.
And some of them you got to think for a minute. You're like, okay, that's a creature, but you got to think for a minute on some of them. Michael, you brought up Pennywise, dude.
He is on there. Look, I have one spot left. So if you have not voted, please make sure to get one out there for sure. Okay, so you're talking about the Boris Karloff version, Jerry. Excellent. Dominic, I see you put the hidden up there, but I know that you have one already. Lydia's throwing up Gremlins. So that will give us our 16 for right now.
Tell me Predator's in there.
Predator is in there.
Predator
is in there. So we do have our 16. We will go with that. So as always, Matt, we have our list as of right now. And this is the time where I tell you, give me a number between 5 and 10.
Let's go with 7.
All right. So we will shuffle. I will hit the shuffle button 7 times to make sure that these get shuffled up well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Let me go ahead and get up to the bracket here. We will start the tournament. The tournament has officially been started without any issues this time, you guys, and I am so freaking happy. Let me blow this up just a little bit so everybody can see on the screen here where we're at. So we are in the first round. Let me get the poll started here. And I always just like to put who wins because it's easy for me. And it looks like our first matchup will be Critters versus King Kong. And the poll has begun. Cast your votes. The poll is up. Cast your votes. Critters versus King Kong.
Now, is that OG King Kong?
I'm assuming so. I think Russell threw that out there. Russell, will you clarify which King Kong movie you were talking about there, just so we know moving forward? I asked Jerry about the Frankenstein, and I didn't ask Russell about which King Kong he's talking about here. So Russell, throw that out for me. Let me know which King Kong he's talking about, the OG in the chat. So we're looking at the old school King Kong. And Matt, I'm going to have to tell you this. I saw Critters. The last time I saw Critters was probably in the 80s. So I have seen it, but it's not so fresh for me to be able to be like, yes, I can tell you about Critters. So this one for me, I could talk about King Kong all day. But for me, Critters, I don't feel like I really have a solid vote for this one. Even though I know I'd go with King Kong, but it still, how are you on the Critters history? Because I know you like King Kong.
I'm very fuzzy. I'm very fuzzy. But you guys also know that I will tell you hands down if I have not seen that, but I have seen Critters. It's been a very long time.
Right.
But you know what? Here's where I'm at. It's been so long that I am with you. I don't really remember Critters that well, but I am comfortable enough in just the fact that I have seen it, and it is not touching the OG King Kong.
So it wasn't
just
it didn't have that memory to make you be like, hey, I want to go back and watch this again. To whereas King Kong, you're like, yeah, we're checking this out again.
No, what, dude? I mean, look at what King Kong has done, and where it is today. That's a landslide, if you ask me. That's just it's King Kong.
I do remember there being some jacked up stuff happening in Critters, though. In all honesty, I do remember. Like, it didn't have the shock value that permanently embedded in my brain, like the first time I saw Sleepaway Camp. But I do remember it being like, oh man, like there was some crazy stuff going on in Critters. But definitely needs to go on my list of things to watch again for sure. It's one of those that I definitely would go back and check that out here soon.
But yeah, it's not King Kong status. It's just you know what I mean? It's just not.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go King Kong all day on that one.
Hell yeah, man.
And I hear what you're saying. But I don't see myself rewatching Critters for a very long time. I still need to rewatch Gremlins. And let's face it, Critters is Gremlins' redheaded stepchild. It is. So if I'm going to go back and watch anything, it's going to be Gremlins way before Critters or Ghoulies or any of that stuff. But anything comes out King Kong, I'm there. You know that. I'm there.
Yeah, and not only am I there, I'm probably buying it whether I liked it or not. You know what I mean? I'm a collector of those movies. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
I don't know. I know.
I see Damon say I'm not that big on the Critters, and but there are Critters fans out there. Like,
Yeah.
I do know that.
Oh, definitely.
I've been in touch recently with a gentleman that wants to 3D print some things, and he's got really nice paintwork. You saw his Godzilla, Michael, in the shop. The same gentleman also does some really cool Critters things. So who knows? You might see some of that come out in the shop, but I know there's fans out there, but it's not my jam.
I got you. John is saying Critters is so great, it's 80s gold. Hell yeah, man. And I don't think I said what's up to John yet in the chat. So I want to say happy Sunday, bro. I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you are doing
what's
well.
up, John? And also, that does not surprise me coming from John. That's what I love about John. He's the guy I'll bring up a movie. I don't know if I've ever seen that. It's fantastic, man. Dude, I can't beat him in trivia, so I hate his ass for that. But John, I love you, buddy. He has a very wide base when it comes to horror, and that's awesome.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pull this. It's been in 4 minutes with 15 votes. It looks like King Kong will be moving on with 80% to 20%. Kong moves on. Let me go ahead and end this poll here. Make sure that if you are in the chat that you are voting so that your vote gets counted, and it will definitely. Oh, dude, this is interesting for you. Like I am going to just sit back and let you go on this one for the simple fact that I want to hear what you have to say for this. So let me get this poll set up, Matt, and it looks like we have Pumpkinhead versus Anaconda.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's awesome though. At the same time, because I'm doing some thinking here, man. Here's what it comes down to for me. If I'm holding both DVDs and I've got to just throw one in the fire,
it's kind of what you got to do.
You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
and that one's gone forever.
Yeah.
Damn. I've got to go Pumpkinhead, man.
Ooh.
And it's not easy to do. I love both of them. I was just talking about how much I love Anaconda.
Hell, Anaconda was your pick.
Anaconda was my pick. It was. But I'll tell you, there's something for me. There's something about Pumpkinhead that I'll tell you, this is the biggest thing for me. It like you, I know you as well, Michael, have a lot of movies that you might have watched, with someone close to you, or and Pumpkinhead's one for me that like just takes me back as well, like to that time where I was a young teenage boy with a lot less worries in the world, and just enjoying my horror. Where I was a little bit older when Anaconda came around, so I don't have that same feeling with Anaconda. And then just like you were right there with me. We both got to meet Brian and stuff, and just how cool he was.
Yeah.
And so there's just too much invested with Pumpkinhead, for me. It is a very close one. I hate to say that, but yeah, I'm going to go with Pumpkinhead.
Oh yeah, man. And I'll be really quick about that. I'm going with Pumpkinhead too. For the simple fact, Anaconda was a fun film. You know, it was good, but when you talk about losing one forever, you know what I mean? When you really get into those conversations, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, John is saying my Anaconda don't want none. That's what I'm talking about, man. What's up?
So is John going with Pumpkinhead as well?
I do believe that was the message.
Jamie, I am
He was-
not hating on you for that, dude. I am not hating on you, Jamie, for that. Anaconda is, I think it's actually even underrated. It's just, in the first one, don't get me wrong, it's not like all of that would have happened, but it wasn't totally like just bonkers, like out of the, realm of everything. Like it was, you know what I'm trying to say, Michael? It wasn't like, because it got crazy there for a while, and you start getting into some of those like Anaconda versus Giant Croc, and they're taking down helicopters and stuff.
Yeah.
The original Anaconda, I'm not saying all that would have happened, because it wouldn't, but it wasn't so far off that you couldn't enjoy it for what it was.
And I see they're talking about a little bit in the chat, kind of like where you're going with this. Like one of the comments was, the Pumpkinhead kind of went to the shitter real quick. Like when you go into like sequels and stuff like that. And, a lot of good horror movies do. Like it seems like they get the first one down and it's just like, hell yeah, man, that was awesome. And I feel like a lot of the studios are like, well, let's capitalize on that success and just throw anything we can out there, without really taking our time to dive in to make this a good story. And then
make a quick buck on the name.
You start getting those, like another great franchise, in my opinion, Hellraiser. It went to the shitter real quick too. Like you got Hellraiser 1, 2, some people really like 3, but then after that, you never hear anybody being like, hey, did you see the, you know what I mean? It's
you
like,
start, dude, with those, you start even, you don't even feel like you're watching a Hellraiser movie.
Yeah.
And they just slap that title on there real quick. Like that got real bad, Michael. But yeah, no one says, dude, Hellraiser 7 is my shit.
Right, you're right. And I mean, you can even look at Phantasm in that way. 1 and 2 are solid for me, but everything after that, I'm just like, but I love Phantasm. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of movies like that are just like, rough, man. But it looks like Pumpkinhead is moving on, and it beats Anaconda 73% to 27%. And it will move on. Well, it'd be nice if I typed what I said.
I'm actually surprised that wasn't a little bit closer. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the Pumpkinhead love. But when those movies released, Michael, if you think about it, Anaconda was the much bigger hit. Yeah.
Like the OG? Yes, 100%. You're right.
Yeah. So it tells me we got true horror fans only in here. That's what it tells me. You know what I'm saying? If it was just a, wide audience of just everybody and anybody, it would not go that way. I'm telling you.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So the next one we have up, cast your votes. We have Jeepers Creepers versus Cloverfield. Jeepers Creepers versus Cloverfield. I kind of know where you're going to go on this one, Matt. At least I feel like I do. So let me go ahead and start with this one. Let me tell you guys this. All right. I really like Cloverfield. I do. I enjoy it for what it is. I love the found footage aspect of it. It's one of those movies that if someone brings up Cloverfield, I'm just like, hell yeah, man. Like Cloverfield is the shit. It is.
That's with John Goodman, correct?
But yeah, he's in, yeah. But Jeepers Creepers, the original. That's another one that kind of tanked to the shitter pretty quick too, in my opinion. I did like 2, but anything after 2, the first Jeepers Creepers, the memories are attached to me for that. I remember watching that in the military. It was so much fun. To me, the Jeepers Creepers, despite how you feel about the person that made them, the character itself, the story, I enjoy how much, like the thought that went into it. I thought that it was super cool. So I'm gonna go with Jeepers Creepers for sure. But it's not an easy choice for me because I really enjoy the Cloverfield series. So I didn't want to just blow off Cloverfield because I think that it's freaking awesome. I really like the first Cloverfield. Um, and John Goodman was not in the first one. But that's the one that sticks in my head the most is the first one. But when you put it up against the Creeper, man, I just can't. I can't. I got to go with Jeepers Creepers. How about you, my friend?
There's a sequel to Cloverfield.
There's 3 Cloverfield movies, if I'm not mistaken. Is there 3? Somebody in the chat, let me know how many Cloverfield movies. Me, I always do these in terms of the original. You know, the original was called Cloverfield.
Okay.
But yeah,
maybe I need a refresher course on the Cloverfield because I
Lydia-
know I saw
Lydia Sanders,
Cloverfield.
yeah.
And John Goodman was not in the original?
No, he was in one of the later ones. If maybe the last one, if I'm not mistaken. I think that he was. Jamie Hart is saying the one with John Goodman is 10 Cloverfield Lane. Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so I can't say for sure that I've seen. That's the one I've seen, 10 Cloverfield Lane. So
Okay.
I cannot say for sure that I've seen the original, just Cloverfield.
You should check it out.
Yeah. Either way, it's not touching my Jeepers Creepers. If I may, Jeepers Creepers is in my top 10, maybe top 7 of horror movies of all time. So what I got from Cloverfield 10-7 Lane, it's not touching Jeepers. But like I said, I gotta be real. So I don't know if I've seen just the original Cloverfield, guys. Is it the same concept as the one with John Goodman? They're kind of underground.
I'm gonna let you watch it.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you watch it.
Yeah. So we'll go with I have no say, but Jeepers Creepers.
Sarah Campbell is giving a $5 super chat to the channel saying, "No, I'm cursed. My poor little pick always goes up against a juggernaut. Rest in peace, Cloverfield. This is Let the Right One In versus Lost Boys all over again." Hey, I get it. I get it. It does suck when your pick goes up against a juggernaut to start off.
It does.
Sure.
It does.
For sure. Let's see. Let me pull this in. Let me end this poll. It was closer than we thought. Jeepers Creepers is going to move on with 60% to 40%. And it will move on. Oh, I feel bad for this one too. Let me go ahead and end the poll. And I will cast the next poll for the next 2 picks. We have Jaws versus Frankenstein.
We need to get some of the old school geezer horror fans up in here, man, to fight for their boy Frankenstein. Because
we're talking about holding the 2 movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is with
for me, it's easy.
Well, it is easy for me too, but I don't want to just dismiss one of them because without Frankenstein, I feel like he was the basis of a lot of characters to come after. You know what I mean?
That's an understatement if you've ever made one, Michael.
So it's like you hate to just dismiss a character as iconic as Frankenstein, but Jaws is that's top 5 movies for me, like top 5 horror movies all time for me. So I definitely have to go with Jaws on this one for sure.
Yeah, it's actually also in my top 5. It actually might be number 5. It's between 4 and 6. But yeah, it's right there for me. But yeah, it's just let's not give Frankenstein his due. It's I'd love to hear from some of the older guys that might even be gone at this moment. But damn it, what Frankenstein. I talked to my dad a lot about this, when the Universal monsters were coming out and doing their thing. Like, that had to be so damn cool. Because, Michael, you got to think about, we didn't have everything that we have today. So it's like when a movie like The Mummy and Frankenstein and all that's coming out, like you and I, dude, we would have been going nuts. You know what I'm saying? We would have been going absolutely nuts and seeing a creature like Frankenstein come out walking and stuff when we don't know everything that we know. You know what I'm saying? All those CGI we've seen, we haven't seen any of that. And they start bringing these creature features out. Like, I am jealous of anyone who got to see that in its prime. Like, I'm so jealous of that. It had to be one hell of an experience. And they all set the tone for what we're even doing here right now. Let's make no mistake about that. They set this all up, the Mummy, the Dracula. So I give nothing but respect to those films.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a Freddy versus Jason fan, I'm pretty sure they molded Jason out of Frankenstein for that movie. I swear to God, it was Frankenstein with a hockey mask on, the way he was walking around there. I'll tell you the truth. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter.
Yeah.
Maybe a little. Maybe just a little bit. But it's
But you know what I'm saying? It had to be so cool, dude.
Yeah. We do have 14 votes in. I see that there are more people in the chat than that. So if you have not cast your vote, I will leave that up for another 30 seconds so you can do so. We have Jaws versus Frankenstein. Make sure that you are casting your vote so we can get accurate scores up here. Just for the simple fact that I don't want to put anybody out who doesn't deserve to be. So I'll give them a little bit more time here. I'll give them about 30 more seconds and I'll go ahead and end the poll and we will move on because it is kind of close. It is kind of close. It's like probably like 2 votes away.
As much as I know, I would just toss Frankenstein and go with Jaws. I love that it's close because, dude, I got so much respect for the Universal monsters and stuff, and I know they have a beast of a following, and it's one of those followings that I'd never want to die. A true fan should never want any of those to die out.
Dude, I mean, we could sit here and make the whole rest of the show about Jaws for me, but I'm not going to do that because the iconicness of Jaws it's up there, man. It is definitely up there. But
it crushed the beaches. It crushed them. Like, everybody's like, I'm good. I'm going to go to the city.
I'm going to go ahead and end that poll. It looks like Jaws has won it 57% to 40. It says 42, but it's 43.
Nice.
It's a 43%. It's probably like decimals are involved, but let's go ahead and submit that. It looks like Jaws will be moving on. Oh, this is a good one. This will be a fun one for people. I can't wait to throw this up here. I already have my opinion, but I love both of these movies. Let's see who wins.
Talk about this one a little bit, Michael. I'm going to use the restroom and think about it a little bit. I'll be right back.
All right. We have Tremors versus Alien, and the poll is up. Go ahead and slide him down there until he gets back. But yes, so this is going to be fun because these two movies are on different levels for me, and the entertainment for these two movies are so different. So different. So I'll just go in the order that they are on the bracket. Let's talk about Tremors. I'm talking about the original Tremors, okay? It was freaking awesome. You got Fred Ward, you got Kevin, but you've got a cast. It's not just them. You have got a cast of characters. To me, the first time I saw it, the monsters, the what do they call those things? I forget. God, I can't remember off the top of my head. But the monsters in this movie, they like ground something or whatever. But either way, that's gonna bug me until I find out. But Tremors was not only was it a horror movie, but it was a horror comedy. I had a great time watching Tremors. The rewatch value in Tremors for me, it's so easy to watch that movie. It's so easy to watch Tremors. I feel like that's one of those movies I can watch anytime whatsoever. This is definitely a tough choice for me, but We're talking about Alien. You know, we are talking about the OG Ellen Ripley Alien. Like, to me, this movie scared the living hell out of me when I was a kid. It scared the freaking hell out of me. You know, and a lot of people were like, well, you know, it's kind of just a sci-fi movie. No, the first one to me is a flat out horror movie. You know, and I've talked about Alien on my channel, so I'm not going to just, you know, repeat myself over and over again. But, you know, you look at all the aspects of the first Alien, you know, it was back before you knew that there was a queen. You knew that there were like tons of xenomorphs running around following this queen. You know, there was something on the ship. You had no idea what it was. All you know is it latched onto this guy's face, and shortly after, it burst out of his freaking chest. And there was something loose, killing the people on the ship one by one until you get down, you know, that slasher formula, till you get down to the final girl. And what a final girl she was. Sigourney Weaver is Ellen Ripley, one of my favorite final girls of all time, if not my favorite final girl of all time. I have to go with Alien on this, but I feel like if Tremors was going up against anything else, it probably Tremors would be moving on for me. It's almost a shame that Tremors drew Alien in the first round. We talked a little bit about that earlier. When your pick goes, not that Tremors was my pick, but I love this movie. When your pick goes up against the Juggernaut in the beginning, and it's just like, oh, that kind of sucks. You want to see it move on just a little bit. I feel like Tremors was a victim of that tonight. Unless you guys vote otherwise. I haven't looked at the poll yet. Just in my opinion, I feel like Tremors should have been in the game a little longer. But for me, Alien moves on, and it has a lot to do with Ellen Ripley and, you know, the way that movie was. God, it was so quiet in there. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat for sure. Let's see. I always get kind of lost here. Jerry was talking about Frankenjaws. You know, I feel like that movie, if it doesn't exist already, but if it did, it would be on Tubi, and it's probably on there right now. I feel like that's the type of shark movie that I'm watching on Tubi late at night when I can't sleep. Like, seriously. Let's see here. We've got John is saying Universal Studios just announced Monsterland. Looks awesome. I'll definitely have to check that out. I haven't heard anything about that yet. Nightmare 365 was talking about, well, it'd be better than Sharknado. You know, it's like possibly. I see. Is it Rashid or is it? Let me know on the pronunciation. I hate to get pronunciations wrong. He's saying, "What's up?" I haven't said what's up to you today. Happy Sunday. I hope you're having a great Sunday. And welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Let's see. James is saying a green shark. Wild, like Frankenjaws. Yeah, if he's green, for sure. Jamie Hart is saying this is an easy choice for me. Alien. Dominic St. Clair is saying Tremors. Hey, look, man, you pick Tremors. I do not blame you for it. Like, Tremors, I love Tremors. The Shape is saying Tremors. Russell Dorsey is saying Alien. I'm sorry. The Shape is saying Alien. I apologize for that. Let's see. John is saying it's just fun. Yes. He's saying, are they grabbers? Maybe, you know, I feel like I don't know. You might be right about that. But for some reason, it's just not clicking for me. Let's see. Dominic, I prefer Tremors over Alien. I get that, man. James is saying those face huggers were terrifying. They were. Damian Black is saying Ripley is a beast. Great final girl. I couldn't agree more. Like I was saying earlier, like one of my favorite final girls of all time, if not my favorite final girl of all time. Jamie Hart is saying the atmosphere in Alien is gritty and dark. Scary alien, scary android with an attitude, a cat, winner, chicken dinner. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Alien is, like I said, that's another movie like Jaws. If I could talk for the rest of the stream about Alien, for sure. Let's see. James is saying Ripley was a badass final girl. Melissa went with Tremors. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Damian Black saying she's badass in real life, too. Hell yeah. See, I'll give the poll another. Oh, we are way past. Let me go ahead and end this poll. Alien has won 59-41. Let me go ahead and put that in because we've been on that poll for about 5 minutes now. So Alien will move on. Let me go ahead and end that poll there. And let's see. We had see, now my pick's in here. I get my pick to come in here. What's up, Matt? Welcome back, my friend.
What's up, buddy?
All right. So Alien beat Tremors 58-41. But we are moving on because that was up there for almost 6 minutes.
Aliens, say the score again for me.
It was 58-41.
Close.
Oh, I might be losing my pick right away too.
For me, Michael, on that one, if I'm honest, I enjoy Tremors, but it wouldn't be close to Aliens for me.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So the next one we have up, we have Godzilla King of the Monsters versus Lake Placid. So
those are both your jams.
I love both of them. I do.
Those are both your jams.
I'm definitely gonna let you go first on this one. I do want to say what's up to Pat Master has just entered the chat and he's saying happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Movies and Beyond. All right, Matt. So I will let you go on this one because I talked for about 4 or 5 minutes about Tremors and Aliens, 2 movies that I absolutely love. But Godzilla King of the Monsters versus Lake Placid.
Yeah, dude, I'm happy to talk about these because but these, you know, when we talked a little bit at the shop this weekend, these are 2 that you brought up.
Yeah, they were.
And for me, Michael, I gotta say landslide again. It's like I really don't want to, but I do. I enjoy Lake Placid.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all about a good crocodile film, but we've talked a lot about this as well with everything that's come out lately, as far as Godzilla and Kong. Godzilla King of the Monsters is absolutely one of the best one that has come out lately. You know, aside from the great Godzilla -1.
2 different movies, though. You know what I mean?
They are. And
yeah,
they
2
are.
totally different movies for sure.
And they are. I could totally agree with you on that. But it's like it's so good.
Yeah.
And I got the chance to talk to you a little bit about how badass King Ghidorah was in that. And it's what made me a big fan of King Ghidorah.
Yeah.
But if I've got both DVDs in my hand, dude, I'm tossing Lake Placid in the lake, man. And I'm going Godzilla, dude, King of the Monsters, brother.
Let me just say this about Lake Placid, and I will give my vote as well too. Like Lake Placid, 2 things that are very memorable for Lake Placid for me. One is Betty White, you know, sitting on the edge of the dock. Do you remember she was pulling that? Was it a cow that she was pulling to feed the craziness, right?
Yeah.
Other part that really sticks with me the most is when that grizzly bear gets eaten by that crocodile. Like I remember seeing that and it looked so good, like to me, because when the crocodile bites him in the, now it probably looks like a CGI fest, you know, but look, thinking back, you know, when I saw it for the first time, I was like, wow, that looks really real. When that alligator bites the back of that bear and the bear turns around, like just the motions to me and everything, it just stuck in my head. It permanently imprinted in my head. Maybe that comes back to me being a little kid. Like, I wonder which would win, a bear or a crocodile, you know, because being a little kid, I always wanted to know what animals would win. You know what I mean? But that crocodile was
I still want to know. I still want to know.
You know, there's still some inquiries out there, you know, when it comes to that. But Godzilla -1, dude, you brought up King Ghidorah. I'm gonna bring up the cast of that movie. You've got Millie Bobby Brown, you got Vera Farmiga, you got Kyle Chandler, and they're like the 3 main characters in this. When you get into like the doctor that was in there, I think he did a fantastic time. Dr. Chen, his like assistant, she was freaking awesome. Ice Cube's son, O'Shea Jackson Jr., he was awesome in that movie. You know, it was just so freaking good. And it did a great job at making you be like, dude, this is awesome. When you see Godzilla coming in and he's got ships behind him and he's got planes flying next to him, hell, it made my intro. It's just like, dude, this is what I'm talking about, man. Like this is monster movies. Maybe not like the best story ever, but I am 100% entertained in this movie from start to finish. So I've got to go with Godzilla King of the Monsters for sure on this one. And I'm a huge Godzilla fan, so throwing that out there.
Yeah, the only thing that was missing is I wish Godzilla could have had a toothache and someone could have flown in looking like Ace Ventura and just fixed his tooth. That'd been rad, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah, man. And you know, I'm gonna leave this up for, well, I can't really leave it up because we got all the votes for all, well, no, we don't have all the votes for everybody watching. So if you haven't voted for this, please get your vote in. I'm gonna leave it up for about another 10 seconds because this one is extremely close. It is extremely close. And while we're waiting on that,
really?
And while we're waiting on that, you can follow Mad Matt down here on Instagram. They have listed the link below. They've just gotten an Instagram page over his shop. So if you don't follow him on Instagram, please go over and do so. Show some love. And you can do that right over there on Instagram. The link is in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, like this is, dude, I give it about another 10 seconds and I'm pulling it. But it's...
Michael, can you answer what year was Lake Placid?
I don't know off the top of my head. I know it's been a while.
Like, I want to say was it like a 97, 98? Or am I way off and it's a 2006? I don't know.
No, it's not that late. No. You're going to make me Google this. 1999.
Holy shit.
1999.
Damn.
All right. And Damian Black comes over in 99. Yes. All right. So it is it. Godzilla is moving on at 53% to 47%. It was like one vote away from being a tie. Like that one was super freaking close. I will go ahead and end the poll there and get the next one set up. I can't really speak on this next one, unfortunately, but we're going to say who wins. We have the Relic versus Gremlins.
I can speak on this one, and I'm so glad I can. Usually I'm the one bailing out. Like
the floor is yours, my friend. The floor is yours.
All right. So Michael, like I said, I'm surprised I can speak on this one. I was shuffling through some movies, had nothing to watch, decided to go back, like to some 90s shit, and rewatched The Relic not too long ago.
Okay.
And Gremlins has been a while, but I know my Gremlins, and I'm a fan. I'm not a super fan.
I got you.
And I gotta say, man, that I really thoroughly was impressed going back as a 40-year-old man watching The Relic. I was really impressed. And it's just, like I said, the Gremlins, for me, it was always like, they're fun, they're cool, but it was nothing special for me. It was never anything special. Really enjoyed The Relic. I think the creature in that, I would even say, is very underrated. I got to go with The Relic, man. I'm going to go with The Relic. I'm just glad that I, for whatever reason, decided to stumble on that, so much later on.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with The Relic. And I'm sure I'll take a lot of shit for it.
Hey, you pick your pick. You know what I mean? And everybody's different. I really can't speak on The Relic. It's unfortunate. I know that it seems to be a favorite here in the chat. A lot of people talking about it.
It's definitely one I would ask you to take another look at, Michael, for sure.
I mean, I can't.
Did you ever see it back in the day?
What's that?
Or did you ever see it back in the day, or have you never seen it?
I have no idea. Like, it's one of those movies, like it's not ringing a bell. It doesn't always mean that I haven't seen something. For me, it's like I can sit here and say like, I've never seen that movie, and as soon as I started, I'm like, oh yeah, I know what this is. I've seen this before. I just didn't,
I got
remember
you.
what it was called. The Relic, though, I feel like I would remember that. So I'm gonna say no, I haven't seen it. I don't remember watching it, but Gremlins. That takes me back to my childhood. Corey Feldman, another movie with Corey Feldman in it in the
And that
80s.
can carry some serious weight.
You know what I mean? Like it's just Gizmo and it's Don't Feed Him After Midnight. Like all that stuff is all good childhood memories for me. Like Gremlins was huge when that came out. Everybody loved Gremlins, and I'm sure that there's still a fan base for Gremlins right now. And I'm surprised they haven't remade it at this point because of that big, following that Gremlins had, back in the 80s. So it's
Michael, I have to
surprising.
say that I have to say this because I know you'll get a big kick out of it. I don't
Yeah.
really want to say it, but Corey Feldman was in Gremlins.
Yeah.
I, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Like, what was he like? Like one of the kids, or
Well, he wasn't an adult, Matt. He was like, he was a kid. It was, if I'm not mistaken, it came out the same year as Friday the 13th Part 4. Probably have to fact check me on that. If it wasn't the same year, it was very close. Very close to that. And
Buddy,
that was
that
was a big movie for him.
I did
So
not know he was in Gremlins, man.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because that came
Damn.
out, I want to say 84-ish. If it wasn't 84, it was 85. But it was definitely
He said he
young
wasn't
Corey.
an adult, man.
He wasn't playing the dad. You know what I mean? Like,
What I was
what Corey
saying was
Feldman.
like, was he a voice of a gremlin or something? That's what I was getting at.
Oh, okay. Is he one of the kids?
I got
Yes. Yes, he was. He was
you.
one
He
of
was the
kids.
grandpa, you
He was
jackass.
the grandpa. They put a wig on him and shaved. He had already shaved his head for Friday the 13th. So they used it. You know what I mean? He looked like a little old man. They gave him a cane, a little bit of makeup. Tom Savini
Yeah,
helped
but,
him out.
you and I were talking about how he was king in the '80s just this weekend.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show you, dude. He was, man. Damn.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Dominic St. Clair has come through with yes, they came out the same year, 84. So he had, 2 releases. I know Goonies wasn't that far behind that. So, he was doing his thing in the 80s for sure. And Jeff D'Angelo has confirmed that as well. That it was like, yes, 84. So definitely Corey Feldman was getting it in back then. So I am going to go ahead and end the poll, though, because it has been up for 5 minutes. I like to usually leave them up for 3, but we got the votes in. It looks like Gremlins is moving on with 64%.
And
to
now, if
36.
you get a chance to check him out, he can dance just as well as Michael Jackson and, sing like, Celine Dion's brother. Like, just, check it out. It's crazy.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Who wins?
Oh, shit.
Predator
Oh, shit.
versus The Descent. This is a wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow. 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 I'm kind of curious to see where this goes. I have a feeling I know where it's going to go. I guess the battle is in my own head with this one because I love The Descent. But we talked about that. You hate it when a movie that you love goes up against a juggernaut in the first round. And I feel like The Descent got a bad deal. It got a very bad deal. I need a minute with this one, Matt. I really do. I know what direction the chat's going to go in, what direction everybody's probably going to go in, but I think I need a minute with this one. I do. I'm going to let you go ahead and just tell them, what you're talking about here for the Predator versus the Descent.
Okay, guys. I heard everything Michael just said.
Yeah.
I enjoyed The Descent as well. I love The Descent.
Yeah.
But for me, it's not even a take a moment back like Michael's talking about. It's an ass whooping. As much as I like The Descent, love The Descent, it's still an ass whooping. Predator for me is like, given the day, man, it could be my number one movie of all time. It's Predator, Halloween, and Christine for me. Those are
Yeah.
my three, just untouchable movies. The Descent is it's probably, I'll say it's absolutely in my top 20. Um, but that's where it's at. And top 20 is a freaking killer movie. Um,
It
but
is a
dude,
killer movie.
get to the chopper, Arnold, Carl Weathers, Jesse the Body, and just the whole dude, if you like action, it's got it. If you like sci-fi, got it. If you like horror, it's got it. Cast, got it. Unique, it's there. The whole time, tell me if I should shut up, but you're thinking you're watching this uh movie where they're just, kind of on this extraction mission, trying to look for this crew. And it's already a cool movie. Like, it really is.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, you're like, what the F is hunting these guys? And out of nowhere, boom, you go into this sci-fi horror thriller. It's a movie amongst movies. You just can't touch the Predator, in my opinion.
It's
In
funny.
my opinion.
It's funny for me, and I'm gonna say this for all my It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia fans out there, but every time the Predator gets brought up, I see Mac, and he's saying, Dennis, the body mass alone in this movie, talking about how big these guys were in this movie. Like the Predator, when you get to those types of movies, you are right. My love for The Descent is the love for the uniqueness of the movie, that feeling of, because I'm one of those people that, I'm claustrophobic. So The Descent was playing on claustrophobia as well, being in that cave. So it made me feel like, it gave me all those feelings. Not only the things were after you, but you're in that tight space in that cave, so it played on that. But you're right. The Predator, dude, it's got to move on, in my opinion. There's not a lot touching that. When you talk about not only the movie being good and having the cast that it had, but you look at the design. This is the first time you're seeing the Predator, and you haven't seen a whole lot like the Predator when that came out. You know what I mean? It's just like, wow, like, look at this freaking thing. Like, look at this thing. And when he
And it
takes the
holds
mask
up
off
today.
and he fights
It
Arnold
holds
out
up
there, dude,
today.
it's just like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. So yeah, I've got to go with the Predator. My love for The Descent, is more of a horror base, and the way that it makes me feel when I'm watching it, giving me that uneasy feeling through the whole movie. To where the Predator, like I said, this falls into, these are two movies. One has nothing to do with the other. These things are not the same. They're not the same type of creature feature type movies. One's more based on causing me more fear, but at the end of the day, the Predator's the better movie, and I'm gonna watch that first,
And
for sure. So,
Michael, buddy, if you ever want to watch The Descent, I'm down.
oh, The Descent's great.
Every single time, because I am right there with you, dude. I love The Descent as well.
Hell
I
yeah.
absolutely love it. But yeah, it's just going against a just stupid iconic film, like,
Hell
and that's
yeah,
all there
man.
really is to it.
For sure, man. So Predator is moving on. It wins 80-20. We have entered the second round. Let me go ahead and get this poll up. We will say who wins. We are now in the second round, as I just said. Who wins? We have the OG King Kong versus Pumpkinhead. And the poll is up. Get ready to cast your votes now.
Damn, that's scary.
Whoo. Ooh. Oh, man.
King Kong and Pumpkinhead.
King Kong and Pumpkinhead. This is definitely a different. This is definitely a unique matchup for sure. Definitely a unique matchup. These two movies. Again, nothing similar about the two. I kind of like, in my brain works out to where I want the finals to be like King Kong versus Godzilla, just because, I know it'll never work out that way. And there are movies that I like better with both of them that are still in. But like, how awesome would that be if it ended up that way? Just to be like, oh, a final rivalry goes to a freaking bracket tournament on Movies and Beyond. With these two movies, man, we're talking about the OG King Kong versus Pumpkinhead. How are you feeling about this one, my friend?
No disrespect. No disrespect. But I'm watching Pumpkinhead all day, over the original King Kong.
Yeah.
But like that's all I can just keep saying is like no disrespect. Like I know what that movie has done, and it's really unparalleled what it has done, honestly. But as far as like my personal enjoyment, it's a no-brainer. And I love watching Pumpkinhead. I love the design. I love the story, man. I love the practical effects. So for me, I'm going Pumpkinhead, and I'm kind of sad to do it because I am talking about a movie that is just so iconic.
Yeah.
So it's always kind of hard to do,
Right.
but keeping it real, Pumpkinhead, man.
I'm gonna go the opposite on this one. I am gonna go King Kong, and I think it does have a lot, to do with a lot of the things you were saying. For me, it's like King Kong is just too freaking iconic. Don't get me wrong, Pumpkinhead's awesome, but I feel like these two are kind of on like two different levels. You know what I mean? Granted, if you're looking at the movie now as opposed to when King Kong came out and their ability, like filming and their abilities.
You are shocking me. You are shocking me right now, and I love
that. I definitely I still gotta stick with King Kong on this one. And that's
and you would watch it more often.
I probably, like, if I had to get rid of one of them, you know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna do? Get rid of the original King Kong, or am I gonna get rid of Pumpkinhead? So I'm definitely gonna go. I'm definitely gonna get rid of Pumpkinhead before I get rid of King Kong, for sure. That's what we said at the beginning. One of them's gone forever. I'm definitely keeping King Kong for sure. Got to, man. Got to. There's too much cool shit coming after it, for sure.
All right.
Definitely is. Let me catch up on the chat. Let me check the poll here to see how long we've been going. We'll give that another minute. And I will look through this. People talking about Jamie Hart is saying that she went with Pumpkinhead. That's freaking awesome. James is saying gotta go for the Great Ape. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Damian Black is asking, Matt, do you have any Pumpkinhead masks?
It's funny. I just read that as soon as you popped it up. Damian, I absolutely do. Trick or Treat Studios, who we have a contract with, makes a killer Pumpkinhead mask. I wish I brought one to show you. But Michael, you've seen it. It's a killer mask. So yeah, I absolutely do have Pumpkinhead mask, man.
You have one signed as well, too, don't you?
That one's sold.
Okay.
That one's sold. Yeah, that was signed by Lance Hendrickson. That was very cool. I got that done with you, Michael.
Yes. Scarefest.
At Scarefest. But yes, we do. And yeah, just hit me up on Facebook or whatnot. And if it's something you're looking for, we can do that for sure. But yeah, they make it. Trick or Treat Studios makes a really, really cool Pumpkinhead mask, man. Really cool.
All right. That's awesome. King Kong has moved on at 57% to 42%. So the King will keep moving. Moving on to our next poll here. It looks like we've got one that's not hard for me, but it's tough to see. Who wins? We have Jeepers Creepers versus Jaws. And the poll is up. Cast your votes. This one for me, as much as I love the Creeper, man, it is just not going to measure up to Jaws for me. This is kind of a cut and dry. movie wise for me of these two. Which one would I get rid of? I definitely get rid of Jeepers Creepers, and I'm keeping Jaws. I feel like I don't need to go into too much detail about why for these two movies. I feel like Jaws, Spielberg on a different level. It it was just like a freaking it just like we always say when we talk about Jaws, man. It kept people out of the water, man. The music's iconic. The movie's awesome. It's just fantastic. So I'm definitely easily an easy pick for me on this one. I'm going Jaws. How about you, my friend?
I'm right. I'm right there with you. It's it's not. It's like I don't want to say it too easily because I do just love Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
But it is a pretty easy decision.
Jaws is built different.
It's on a whole nother level. And I've talked about this. You guys know where I stand with Jeepers Creepers. I'm a Creeper fan, true and true. And like I like what you touched on before. It doesn't mean I support who made it by any means, because I do not. But for the movie, it was I love it, and but Jaws, man, Jaws is Jaws, and it literally did keep like the nation out of the water. Like it literally did. To this day, you'll hear people like, hey, I don't want to go too far. I've seen Jaws, dude. Like to this day, man. But it's just so iconic. And Michael, you talk a lot about, and I love that you bring it up. You talk a lot about the conversation in the boat,
the Indianapolis, yeah,
of the USS Indianapolis,
yeah.
and they do that so well.
Yeah,
they do it so well. It just yeah.
Well, they have that bonding moment for the three of them, and right after they all get each other and they respect each other and they see where everybody's coming from. Bam! Jaws hits the boat. The lights go out. We're ready to go. So not only has the movie been good up to this point, now they're pulling all that emotion into it. You feel for the characters now. Spielberg did a fantastic job of making you feel for those characters right before he had that shark attack them, and it was just like the timing, he's giving you that roller coaster of emotions. You're high, then you're low, then you're like, oh my God. And it's so good, man. There's so many things that you can break that film down, and it's just it's genius. It is genius.
It is.
Damien is saying, my son loves Jaws, man. Every time we go to the beach, he asks, Dad, are we going to see Jaws this time? No, hopefully not, son. I do not want to see Jaws. Hopefully not.
I don't want to see a lemon shark.
Yeah,
Jaws.
I don't want to see any kind of shark. All right, but I am going to go ahead and end this poll because it looks like all the votes are in, and Jaws will move on 62% to 38%. That was actually closer than I thought it would be, to be honest with you. It is closer than oh no. Now I get this one. You know what I mean? I get this one. This one gets to hurt my feelings. So the poll is up, or the poll is going up. Who wins? We have Alien versus Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and the poll is up. Cast your votes. I'm gonna let you start with this one, Matt, sir. But before you do, I just want to give a big thank you and say what's up to my man right here. Q from Q's Reviews is in the chat. The Duke is in the chat, and he drops a $20 super chat saying, "What up, horror homies? What is up, Q? Thank you so much, my man. The Duke is always welcome at Movies and Beyond. You know that 100%. Thank you. It means the world to me, man. Thank you so much.
Q, it's good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you, man.
Duke is always welcome at Movies and Beyond, man. You know, I'm a huge Duke fan in general, the character. You know, I love the Duke, man. But Alien, Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
So I feel like I know where you're going. I as much trouble as you're having, I know where you're going.
Oh, I'm not having trouble. I'm just sad to see one go. Like that's my issue. Like right now.
So where I am is Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Ooh, over Alien?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, not even that close.
Woo.
I'm not as big a fan of the original Alien as you are. No, nowhere near, actually.
You gotta think though, man. Like, you get rid of
now,
Alien, there is no aliens.
It would be closer if it was Aliens. It would be closer. Matter of fact, I think Aliens would take it. Not the biggest fan of the original Alien. You know, I don't dislike it. It's okay. For me, it's a little on the slow side. And Godzilla, King of the Monsters, man, I just thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm going Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Yeah.
Ooh. I for this, not so much for me, dude. Alien to me is a superior freaking everything. There's no way that I can't put Godzilla over get this Godzilla movie over the original Alien. It's just, it's so good, man. Like it's iconic. It's right there with Jaws for me. You know, it's right there.
God, that's crazy to me.
No way is Alien losing to Godzilla in my mind.
But that's what's cool about this.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with Alien, 100%. There is no way. There's no way. And believe me, I love Godzilla, King of the Monsters. It's one of my favorite Godzilla movies. But damn it, man, you got to throw Godzilla versus Alien. Shoo-wee. Like that's Godzilla, King of the Monsters has to do some iconic shit for the next 30 years to even be in the same conversation for me. You know, just the way my brain works. Not saying it's the right way of thinking. Everybody has their own opinion. I agree, but you know, the way my head's wrapped around this is Alien's been killing it for years, and granted, so is Godzilla. But man, just from a movie standpoint, on if I had to get rid of one, like there's no way I'm throwing Alien. I'm throwing Alien out the door to never watch again. And again, you know, I see a lot of people saying, you know, Godzilla would beat up an Alien. And fair enough, you know, but this isn't a fight to see who would win. This is I'm holding the movie Alien, and I'm holding Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and whichever one I throw on the ground is gone forever. And I can't do that to Alien for Godzilla, King of the Monsters. It's going to take something a lot bigger for me to do that.
And you have a lot of like sentimental attachment to watching the original Alien.
Both of them. Both of the, like, not so much Godzilla, King of the Monsters because when it came out, but Godzilla as a character in general, yes. I have a lot of sentimental attachment. You know, Alien, I remember watching that with my father when I was a kid. Scared the living shit out of me.
And I want to say, like, I mean, like, I hopefully it goes without saying, but you know, for anybody on here, I feel like we all have those movies, like, and just don't be afraid, like, or like to bring, like, if say you know the movie is not on par with something else, but if it's something that you watch with someone close to you or whatever, and it's just your jam, like, let that shit out.
Oh yeah.
Don't ever. I'm not saying you guys are, but I'm just saying, just don't ever be you know, afraid or whatever to let that out, because it goes so far, man. It can go so far, and I love that. You know, it can be the human centipede, man. But you know, you watch that with you know, Grandma, you know, Cecilia, and it was your jam, dude. If that beats Jaws for you, hell yeah.
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy. That is crazy for sure. But all right, we're moving on. It's been up for 5 minutes. Looks like all the votes are in for people that are voting, and it looks like Alien will move on winning 60-40. Let me go ahead and end the poll to get the next one set up here. And it looks like we have who wins. Learn how to spell, Michael.
Children of the Corn, the original. Let's see that brought up. That's a classic.
All right, so we have Gremlins versus Predator. Cast your votes. I'm gonna...
Now you're just
Matt,
being funny, Michael.
Your laugh there. I'm gonna let you go ahead there. I'm definitely gonna let you.
Now we're just being stupid. Okay. I see. Now we're just playing around. Yeah. Come on. How'd that even happen? That's Predator. That's Predator all day. Get the Gremlins out of there, man. Let him go. I'm not hating on Gremlins, guys. I'm not. But damn. It's nowhere near the Predator's level. You got to give the Predator something a little better than that. Gremlins is fun and all that stuff, but Predator's a masterpiece. Yeah. It's a masterpiece with a killer cast, killer design. That's a landslide.
Yeah, I
don't want to dog it anymore. Is why I'm just being quiet. Like, because there's a time where it's like enough's enough. Like, because there's probably some Gremlins fans out there, and that's okay.
Right.
But for me, I said my piece.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm definitely going to go with Predator over Gremlins. I like Gremlins. It's not bad, but Predator, that's a little different. You know, it hits me a little different than Gremlins does for sure. But yeah, I'm going to be in agreement with you on this one. I'm definitely going for Predator on this one. Let's see. Let me get back into the chat here. It says Q has said, I showed my wife Alien for the first time. She had no idea about the stomach scene. It freaked her out, bro. Dude, seeing that for the first time is crazy. Like, literally is crazy. And the cool thing about that was the reaction that the people had in that movie to it was real. Like, they didn't know it was going to pop like that. So their actual reaction was what was recorded. Let's see. Michelle said, oh my God, I had a small emergency, but I'm back. All right. Welcome back, Michelle. Glad to see you back. Let's see. Jamie Hart is saying Predator. Arnie is awesome. Lydia is saying Gremlins all the way. Eat my shorts, Matt. DVM is saying Gremlins. Damian Black is saying, dude, Gremlins isn't even playing on the same game as the Predator. All right.
Lydia can't be for real.
James is saying Predator. Melissa is saying Gremlins all day.
Oh,
Michelle is going with Gremlins.
Oh my God, they are high as kites.
Damien is saying Predator is Major Leagues and Gremlins playing T-ball. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Paula's saying Predator. Does phone voting count? You can vote however you want. Just only one vote per person. Only one vote per person. And Damian Black is saying the stomach bursting scene is iconic.
I think they're all just messing with me, dude. No. Nobody really thinks Gremlins is better than Predator.
No.
Nobody's that warped, right, Michael?
All right. Well, it's been up there. It looks like do it now. Yeah.
Kill me out here. Do it.
Gremlins is at 38%, and the Predator will be at 62%. And we are moving on. So we are now in the final four. Oh, goodness. We are in the final four.
Shit. This is a good one, Michael.
Yeah. Let's see. We have. Oh, I was about to chat to everyone. You don't want to chat. You want a new poll. Let's see. Who wins? We have King Kong versus Jaws. And the poll is up. Cast your votes for who you want to win in this one. This is another easy one for me, Matt. As much as I've, been pulling for King Kong to come through with this, I think that it finally ran into the bigger movie for me. I can't throw away Jaws. Granted, King Kong did more later on, but Jaws is Jaws, man. I'm definitely going Jaws on this one.
Yeah, I like how you said. Granted, that King Kong did more, because it's like after, that's what's crazy. After Jaws, shark movies tried their damnedest.
Nobody's touching it, man. Nobody's touching Jaws.
But you know what I'm saying? They tried their damnedest, because they did. But that's what makes it so much more special, if you ask me. Like, with all the years that have passed, all the technology that we have, they still can't come up with a shark movie that touches Jaws. Like, and shark movies are always like a go-to for me. If I'm just, I got home from a, hard day at work, and there's a stupid shark movie or something, I'll turn it on. So they're always like, I don't care, checking them out. But yeah, it's always impressed me that this movie was made in the 70s. And
everything still can't be touched.
And it still can't be touched. I think it's super, super impressive. But yeah, for me, this is also, I had things beating King Kong already. With all the respect that, all the things that it's created and how it's still going strong. You just cannot respect. You can't not respect King Kong. But yeah, for me, I'm right there with you, man. It's Jaws.
Oh yeah.
That was a movie that just hit the nail on the head, man. And we still can't touch it to this day for some reason. We just can't touch it.
Oh wait. Let me throw this out here. Michelle has gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel. Thank you for investing in Movies and Beyond and putting your faith in me. Again, a million thanks. I appreciate this so much. Thanks again. I appreciate it. Dude, it's the poll is telling me different from the chat. Okay. So looking at the chat, we have Jaws. Michelle goes with Jaws. Melissa goes with Jaws. Q goes with Jaws. Damien goes with Jaws. Jamie Hart is saying Jaws. Easy choice. James is saying King Kong would fry that shark into a big pan. Yeah. And John is saying that's because Spielberg is the GOAT. Q is saying, just like The Exorcist, they tried and tried, but never matched up to that movie. Yeah, man. And Matt,
Q, that's a great comparison. Like, for sure.
It is 100%. And I'll tell you this, dude, like the poll right now, we may have to tiebreaker this one because we're at 50-50. So make sure if you are in the chat and you have not voted, I see that there are more people in the chat than there are votes up there. So make sure that you get your vote in for this because we are locked at a tie right now. And that's wow. It's our first one, man. But here's the thing, Matt, that's so good about this. We're in the final 4. So that tells me that these 2 movies belong where they're at. If there's a tie with the people in the chat right now, these 2 movies belong where they're at. So it's like I see that there's more people in the chat than there are votes. So please cast your vote. Just click on which movie you like better.
All I can say is, like, without like really trying to persuade anybody too much, all I can say is think about what if you had to choose one of those movies that you could never see again.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
That's what I would say. What would you go with? You got to toss one in the fire. And not think so much about its contribution. It's if that's even the right way to think about it. Who am I to say that? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Matt.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I think about it, but
yeah. It looks like the tie has been broken. So oh my goodness. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll right here. 5 minutes. It looks like Jaws is moving on. The tie was broken with 53% to 47%. And
that's
Jaws
crazy.
will move on.
By a landslide. by a thread. I'm sorry, by a thread. That's cool. That's cool.
All right, let me send that. Let me get this next one set here. Well, we knew this was probably coming at some point, and it's even been a movie. So, who wins? The OG Alien or the OG Predator? Cast your votes now. Me and you aren't going to agree on this one. I guarantee that. This is so tough for me, but at the end of the day, Matt, the better movie to me is Alien. I'm going Alien over Predator. And knowing you as long as I have, I feel like that's not going to be the case with you. And I feel like I've talked about both of these movies, enough today because they've gone through up until the final four here. So I will let you take this one. Just know that I am going with Alien.
Well, and with what I have just recently said. Yeah. To be honest, for me, I'm even surprised that Predator is going up against Alien this late. It's Alien for me. And maybe I gotta give it a rewatch. It was just missing a little something when it went with me. It was just missing a little something. I wasn't intrigued throughout the entire movie. I had some times where I was a little bit bored even. But I do love it, for what it was and everything. But you start talking about Predator, it's just a whole different story. I was locked in from, the moment they, started talking about what they were doing and got dropped in the jungle. I was just absolutely locked in. And then it was just one thing after another that led to this whole transition. It for me it beats. And I hate to say that because I know you like Aliens so much. For me it's 10 times a better movie for me to watch, and the enjoyment I get out of watching the Predator. From when he like you said, encounters Arnold and takes the mask off and just does that roar, and it's on, it's game time. Like I don't have really anything I could really say about Alien that gives me anything near that kind of feeling. So it's Predator for me all day.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, dude. Val says neither. She doesn't like either of them.
Damn.
I don't like either one of these. We'll give this one another minute before
Damn,
we throw
that's
this one up.
wow.
She said neither. Like to me, like look, man, like our final four was epic. You know, it took a minute for Jaws to beat King Kong. You know what I mean? Like that, I thought that was coming down to a tie. I think that these movies, that we have in our final four tonight, all freaking belong there. Like, and that's so cool. Because we didn't have like a Freddy versus Jason run in this, which is still epic to me on how Freddy versus Jason made it as far as it did in the slasher bracket that we did many months ago. It left an iconic story behind for sure.
I love the chat. I love the chat.
Oh yeah, man. That's the best part of everything, for sure. Is seeing what everybody in the chat says, and that's why we do these and let the chat run it, man.
Here's the thing I like to say to Melissa, because Melissa says, not a sci-fi fan, and I'm not either. I'm just not. I'm not a big sci-fi person, but damn it, if I'm not a huge Predator fan, and you can put that in the sci-fi category for sure. It's just something. I think it's the creativity and the art of it. Like I've talked to you guys how I'm so much into like the art and the character design. Like the character design by Stan Winston of the Predator,
yeah,
especially back when he did it, is like, what kind of mind do you have to come up with that? That is so badass, and it holds up to this day. So yeah. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm just saying I'm not a huge sci-fi person either,
dude. And I'm telling you, man, like these movies cross.
But when you talk Alien and Predator, I'm just down.
They cross. Neither one of them are strictly sci-fi, and I think that's why. You know what I mean? Like you look at the first Alien, it's sci-fi horror with creatures. You know what I mean? You look at Aliens, it's not even a horror movie anymore. It's an action sci-fi with creatures. You look at Predator, you think about it as an action movie with a creature, that's killing people. Typical slasher format for both of them. You know what I mean? You get down to the final person, that has to battle the big bad, and it goes that way, man. It's just like, dude, like some of these movies cross over. Like we say Jaws is a creature feature. I don't really see putting that in much else, right? Alien, on the other hand, and Predator can both be considered action, sci-fi, creature feature. Like they fit in multiple
action. Yeah.
So they fit in multiple genres. I am going to close this up though, because this has been the longest sitting poll that we've done. We're sitting at 6 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and end it. And it looks like Alien is moving on at 58% to 41%. So that puts us in our finals. We are in our finals. Jerry called it Alienator. Start the poll. Who wins? And I'm going to put finals there. Who wins finals?
I need a moment of silence.
I do too. I need a moment of silence for this. You need it for a different thing than I do. But I'm definitely going to need some time with this one, because you're looking
at the original Alien beat out Predator. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I honestly have no idea which direction I'm going to go for this movie. Both of these movies to me are masterpieces. They're just oh my God. Oh my God. I need what is that game show where you can call a friend? You got a lifeline? I need a lifeline for this one. I definitely need a lifeline to help me with this one, because you're arguably putting two of my favorite 70s horror movies up against each other. This is tough, man. This is really tough for me. I know this one will be easier for you, So I will let you talk on Jaws versus Alien. But for me, this is a little tougher. This is a little tougher for me. I kind of know which way I might lean, but it's just like every time I feel like I've got an answer, it's like, but did you think of this? But did you think of that? So I need a minute, man. I definitely need a minute for this one, for sure.
All right. Well, I don't really feel much like talking, but I'll talk. Because I honestly can't believe that Predator is out. But it is. So I got to put my big boy pants on and march forward. It's out. This for me is, you guys know where I'm at. It's a no-brainer. I'm not on board with. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's it's a decent movie. It's and I'm talking about Aliens is what I'm talking about. It's a decent movie. It started the whole alien thing, and even from a young age, I was always like Predator over Alien, like always,
right?
And I think I always will be. So, and you know how I feel about Jaws. Jaws is, if we were talking Jaws and Predator, I don't know what the hell I'd say.
And that's basically what we're doing for me. Only it's on the other side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I get that. I totally get that. So yeah, but right now we're not. We're talking about Jaws and Alien.
Right.
So for me, it's Jaws, guys, all day long.
Right.
I'm not trying to say any of this to like shit on Alien. It's just the original. I just thought it was. I thought it was good. I thought it was okay. But Jaws is stupid good. it's just so classic. So it's a landslide for me. I'm going Jaws all day. I'm surprised this late it's going up against Alien and not Predator.
It's okay, Matt. You don't have to throw your copy of Predator away. Thank God, right? So
yeah, I'm going Jaws. Have you collected yourself, Michael?
Here's what I'm dealing with. I don't think I have a solid answer yet. But here's definitely what I'm dealing with, right? So I look at Jaws. I'll start with Jaws. All the things I said about Jaws that made it so good. The way it was filmed, the fact that it is stood for it can't be replicated. It can't be freaking replicated. It's fantastic. The score is iconic. It's Spielberg. They do such a great job at building the connection with the characters. It's amazing. Jaws is absolutely amazing. On the flip side of things, I'm going with one of the movies that scared the hell out of me as a kid that I watched with my father. You're looking at Ellen Ripley, who is my favorite final girl of all time. I think I've said that multiple times tonight. It's one of two. You know what I mean? She's there. And just to see her like character develop through that movie, it's fantastic. And Alien was dark, it was dreary, it was eerie, it was freaking something that we had never seen before. So you're looking at this for me. It's so tough, man. It is so freaking tough. Like this, I'm being torn in two different directions. And no matter which one I pick tonight, I will be second guessing it. You know what I mean? Like I know I'll be second guessing it. It's not something that whichever side I choose tonight, I will not say that it is my final answer before I die, because I love both of these movies almost equally. I never get this feeling in a finals. Usually my movies have been gone for a minute. So this is pretty much a first for me, that it's just like, oh my God, I love these two movies so much and they're going against each other. It's a flip a coin for me at this point. It's just, oh God. Oh my God. I'm going to go with Jaws, but I don't feel good about it because I love both of them. You know, I do. I love both of these movies, and I can't fucking help it. I as soon as I say Jaws, now I'm thinking, well, it could be Alien. You know, it could be Alien because it's freaking
So
amazing.
where does that put us?
So the poll will give it. Well, yeah, it's been up long enough. Unfortunately, Matt, both of us are wrong. And it looks like Alien will be winning tonight.
What?
At 53% to 47%. Alien will complete the brackets for the creature features and move on.
Wow. So that
it's,
was wow. Damn.
Yeah, it did. You know what I mean? And you look at these brackets and they're so much freaking fun because you and I really had nothing to do with it other than talk about which one we'd pick if we could. But neither of us can vote on this. So
I didn't realize that was even like the final.
That was the final. That was the end.
Wow. Okay.
It was
dude, fun as hell. I would have never expected Alien to go all the way.
I just saw something and it's just like, oh my God. I just saw something in the chat. You're wrong for what you did. You are so wrong.
I'm sorry, gals. I agree with the boo, but it is what it is. Like,
look at what these people are saying to me. Oh my God. Well, I won't go through. I'll go through all of them, but I won't start with those. Jamie said, "I'm picking Alien. It comes down to atmosphere. I really love the gritty, dark, silent setting of it." You said that. You said that so well, Jamie. Yes. Melissa said, "Come on, Jaws fan." Damian Black says, "Jaws, Michael." That is the correct answer. But he's also saying, "I'm with you, Matt. Predator is a national treasure."
Oh my God, it is. Michael, let me say this. I got home today and Mad Dad was not at the booth. His back's been hurting him. But he asked, as soon as I walked in, he said, what's the show about tonight?
Yeah.
And I said, creature features. And his exact words, he's like, well, that's Jaws. that was his exact words. He's like, well, what's gonna beat Jaws?
I can only imagine his disappointment right now. Seeing that it lost.
Right.
Michelle was saying Jaws. Jamie was saying Alien has an element of violation that edges it out for me. All right. Michelle says Jaws, Michael. Oh my God.
I think for me, like if I had, for me, it would have been Predator. Predator would have taken the cake
over Jaws.
Yeah. And Jaws would have been a super stupid close second. That's how I would have had it. But I'm just one douche.
Jerry, really, Michael? I think he wanted me to go on the Alien side of things there, for sure. Melissa said, "Michael, it's okay.
What'd you pick over Aliens? You picked.
I picked Jaws. Yeah, I picked Jaws to win, to beat Alien. But Alien.
And I don't think you should ever look back on that. I've just heard you talk a lot about Jaws, and
I love Alien, dude.
Now Michelle just says boo, but what did you want, Michelle?
She wanted Jaws to win, and so did Melissa, and so did DJ. Here's the thing though with that, the fact that
who wanted Predator, that's what I want to know.
The fact that the final was so close, the final four was so close that I feel like with this bracket tonight, the right movies, we could disagree about the winner, and that's fine. I would expect nothing less. But the fact that we had the last four and the votes were so close, I feel like the right movies made it to the finals. You know what I mean? Agree or disagree with who won and who lost, but at the end of the day, I think that this bracket, was very consistent with the people that were voting for the stuff. So yeah, for sure. Michelle is saying that's what I get for missing most of the bracket. Yeah. Damien is saying, wow, shocker, man. Alien is great, but come on.
I would say this. I would say the same thing. Like
Jamie Hart is saying, I can't believe the booze. I'm hurt, you guys. LOL. Oh my
Hey,
God.
and let me reiterate. Uh, since I've been on the show with you, Michael, I've been hurt more times than I've been like feeling like I leave champion. I'll say that. So I've come to terms with it, and that's what's so cool is like just keeping it fun. But yeah, I've been hurt more times than I like feel like I left champion. And
But
that's what's so cool. Like we always say about the horror genre, we all love it, but we all love it in different ways. Like we just do, man. Uh, and in so many different ways.
yeah.
So if you get a chance where it does come out on your side, dude, celebrate that shit. Pop
Yeah, but
open
even
your
then I
finest
lost.
wine.
Like I
But
picked
if it does happen, pop open your old bottle of wine and just like because it doesn't happen very often.
I think the only time it really happened for me was when the first Halloween won the 70s bracket. I'm pretty sure I wanted Halloween to win, and it did. But everything else, every other bracket, including this one, where I feel like I couldn't lose, regardless, because I love both of these movies, it still went against. What I picked.
I definitely lost tonight. As soon as Alien beat the OG Predator, I was hurt. I was stabbed right in
But
the
it made
chest.
it to the final four. I mean, that's not a loss. Predator went through it. Went
It
through
is a
the
loss,
Descent.
Michael.
Went through
It is a
Gremlins.
loss, Michael.
Yeah.
Everybody goes through Gremlins. Give me that. That ain't a win for a Predator. Go through Gremlins. That's cakewalk for a Predator movie. I love you, buddy, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness.
For me, it won the whole shebang. The whole shebang.
Oh yeah.
But this was fun, dude. This was fun.
It always is, man. It always is. We'll get, and here's the thing too. I want to say this while we're on here. We only have Movies and Beyond only has 2 shows left before Movies and Beyond's trip to Waverly Hills to do the ghost thing. So definitely tune in for that. I will be putting a thumbnail up for a live show, and there will be a video that comes out once I get back and go through all the footage. And then I'll premiere a video on the channel of our trip to Waverly Hills Sanatorium. I can't wait for this, Matt. I am looking forward to this so much. The closer that this trip gets, the more excited I am about it. Going to Waverly for us to do ghost investigations is both out of our league for one. So if anything, it should be awesomely hilarious on the video. But 2, here's what we know. We know that if we capture something, we know that it's going to be a legit capture, because neither of us have any skills to fake any of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it is not. So if we were to capture something, I'm not saying we will. I really want to, though, just so I can be like, look what we found. But man, it looks like there's going to be a ton of cameras down there with us. We're going to get to do a lot of cool stuff. And on top of that, I'm trying to go live for an hour while we're in there with a tablet. So the quality may not be that great, but definitely the people have been asking to go live from there. I'm going to do my best to make that happen. But you guys do know you will get a 4K quality video that comes out, probably I'd say about a week or 2 after, because it has to go. I have to go through all the footage. I have to, pay attention to it. I have to go through audio so I can show you guys the findings that we had, and then I have to edit the video together. So it may take a little time to get out, but I guarantee that it will come out and it will look nice. And dude, I just can't wait for that, man. Great friends, great trip, spooky situation for sure.
I feel like the creepy shit is gonna happen when one of us is walking down a hallway with not a whole lot of people with us, no camera on,
Right.
and I'm gonna fucking shit my pants. That's when it's gonna really hit. That's just what I feel. And
there
dude,
was a
I'm
reason why I was in the army and they gave us brown underwear. So
I'm stoked about it too, man, because I am without saying too much, I am a believer in that there's something out there beyond us. I'm not a nut about it. I'm not a but I just do. That's just my opinion. I feel like there is something out there. And I do want to also, Michael, say this to you and everybody else. Just be careful as well. Like, just be careful. Yeah. Be careful. I hope we do find something. But I hope for everyone's sake that it's nothing harmful. So, but yeah, be careful, man. We're messing with something that we might not fully understand. So be careful is all I'm saying. Like everybody.
Hey, and we'll talk a little bit before we go in. We'll try to get everybody there a little bit earlier or a little early, so we can all have a conversation amongst the group. There are 12 of us. God, I can't talk. Once it gets past 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock, I can't talk anymore. There are 12 of us going, all associated with the channel, all fun. But we will have a conversation. We're all going to stay in touch and make sure that we get in there together, and we will talk about that. I do want everybody to be separated, but to separate while we're in there, because nobody wants to walk through a hallway with 12 people trying to go into the same room as 12 people. But I would at least like everybody to stay.
It's not as scary or intimate for sure.
And at least stay in groups of 2, but we'll talk about all that. We'll make sure that everybody agrees, because there's nobody that's going to be down there that's going to be telling people what to do. This is going to be a fun time, but the most important thing is that we stay safe, and we come back with all our fingers and toes, and we all come back and talk about how much fun we had there, more than anything else. This trip to me is huge. It's the first channel sponsored trip, and the fact that there are so many people that wanted to go, and more wanted to go than were able to, but this is just the beginning of that. I've been in talks with some people in that's involved with our channel and moderators, and we're going to make it work to where we start taking trips, and of course everybody will be invited, all the channel members and the subscribers and people that hang out with us every week. We will definitely let everyone know ahead of time on where we plan to go next. It probably won't be right away, because as soon as we come back, we have Scarefest 2 months later. So I guarantee that that's another trip that the channel will be at. It will definitely represent Mad Matt. Hopefully you'll be a vendor down there this year. I'm like really hoping so much that you guys get Scarefest. You guys deserve it. And it'd be great for that. And you always know, Matt, how we do at Scarefest. You already know that's going to be a blast. So I'm going to really hope to make sure that I film a lot while we're down there as well. So dude, a lot of fun things coming up, not just for the channel, not just for Mad Matt's Mask, but for this community. There's a lot of stuff coming up, and I'm so grateful for all of you people in the chat. I'm so grateful for all the new people coming to the chat. And I will say this to all of you guys: stay tuned, not only to Movies and Beyond, because we're doing stuff. Stay tuned to this gentleman right here, because he's going to be doing big things too with Mad Matt's Mask. So more to come is what I'll say. And I guarantee you're going to see changes on both sides that are going to be for the best.
And Michael, I love hearing you say that. And another thing, a big thing I took away from that is the horror community as a whole, because that is what is so freaking powerful. And I want to let you guys know it's a little bit early, but one thing that we are doing with Mad Matt's Mask is we are having a annual Halloween costume contest at Traders World, and I want everyone from Movies and Beyond to know that you are a shoe-in. It's free to join. I want you to know you come from Movies and Beyond, you are welcome. Come right in, sign up, and I would love to have you guys there. If you like to, dress up and, whatever it is, but we're looking to do that, and we'll have like some flyers. We'll post some things as it gets a little bit closer to that time. But it's always like the weekend right before Halloween. But yeah, Michael, dude, appreciate everything that you said, and it's not just about either Movies and Beyond or Mad Matt's Mask. It's about the freaking horror community. And that, guys, I started what I was doing to have a little bit of fun, sell some horror collectibles, make a little extra money on the side. But the thing that kept me like just going and going, it was the horror community. Like I saw just how freaking passionate they were, how just into everything they were, and I was like, that's what drove me to just do more and more. And I'm sure Michael has the same kind of feeling there. Like,
they're all right.
Dude, it's you guys. You guys are badass, man.
Oh yeah,
you guys are badass, and it's so much fun. I appreciate you guys, Michael. I appreciate you bringing on me on here. Every Sunday.
Oh yeah, man. It wouldn't be the same without you, dude.
I love you guys, man.
It wouldn't be the same without you, man. Real quick though, because I don't want to stop talking about that real fast. Peter Anthony from Peter Anthony Productions is in the house, and he says, "What's up, boys? About to do a table read. Wanted to say hello." Good luck on that, man. And I know you can't like put a table read up on Instagram, but take some pictures, man. I want to see them. I want to see a table read, Peter Anthony over there doing big things. And you're talking about costume contests. The last thing you want is a Peter Anthony or a Q coming in as the Duke and taking all that prize money home, man. So you got to be careful. These are cinema level costumes that these guys will be coming in with. You know what I mean? Look at some of the people that's in here.
And you know what? Like if that's the case, we could even do like a professional level. We could do a amateur, winner.
I still want a picture with the Duke and the General. You know what I mean?
Michael,
like,
you saw our amazing child winner who came in as the Predator and looked just fantastic. Like, dude. A young boy had his hand broken and turned it into a freaking Predator's spear, man. It was awesome. And that's the shit we like to see, man. The creativity and so yeah.
And I'm a judge there. So what I'll try to do, and I tried to do this last year and I couldn't, was go live on Instagram from there. But unfortunately, the area of the building that we did it in, the internet was literally shit. My phone wouldn't connect. Like it was just terrible. But he is having it in a different part of the building this year. So I'm hopeful that I will be able to show you guys some of these costumes tonight. So I'm definitely looking forward to doing that. Matt, this has been another great show, my friend. And another great time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But with that being said, dude, let's get out of here for tonight. We have gone over our time, man. Let you get some rest. I know you had a long weekend. I'm ready to chill out myself. It's been great hanging out with all you guys. Matt, do you have anything else that you'd like to drop before we get out of here?
I do not, man. Got to talk about the costume contest. That was awesome. I just want you guys to remember that. If you're big into cosplay and stuff, I just want, dude, I want to see the costumes and stuff. So you are also so welcome to come. But no, aside from that, I'm just gonna go cry a little bit that the Predator didn't win, but
you'll be okay.
So it's all good, man. I love it, dude. Love you guys. Thanks, Michael, for having me, man.
Yeah, definitely. And I just like to say, for all the new people that came tonight hanging out, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you want to stick around and become part of the family. For all the people that are here all the time, it was great to see you guys. And for all the people watching that we don't know are watching, we love you guys too. With that being said, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Toodaloo, motherfucker. Hey.
you feel.